Okay, shall we get started then?
You mean right now?
That was rhetorical. Of course right now, Mr. Johnson.
I figured it'd just be something more intimate. Just the two of us, me and you.
No, you thought wrong. This is Mr. Sandifer. He helps me with most of my interviews.
And according to our records, you have masturbated over 3,000 times in the past year alone.
You get right to the point, don't you?
So do you, Mr. Johnson.
3,000 times, really?
Prodigious, Tom. Or should I say, stretch.
So why am I here? I've been keeping up.
Yeah, we thought so too until about 2 weeks ago when suddenly you stopped.
Are you in love, Tom?
Huh?
Don't be coy, answer the question. Are you in love?
Well, how could I know there are no symptoms?
There actually are, Tom. It's just that usually we don't notice until it's too late.
We'll see about that. Have you been having any night sweats?
Well, yeah, occasionally.
I knew it.
You can't go off of that. It's been hot lately.
Don't contradict me in front of Mr. Johnson when I'm not going over theory right now. So, you have night sweats, and you wake up with a heart on?
Always, every morning.
Yeah, and you always take care of it. Until lately. Why not lately?
Look, I don't know the reason, honestly.
I know why. You haven't been lately because now there's someone special, and the thought of her and you, you feel like it would make you guilty.
Huh?
You're worried it would be gross if you relieved yourself while thinking about her.
How could you know that?
One from my side.
Tell me you're taking score.
Well, it just seems fairly apparent that he is falling for it.
What? What are you talking about?
It's simple chemistry, really, Tom. You are having a physiological reaction where, chemicals going haywire and your mind is trying to encode what's really going on.
In other words, you are developing a dangerous attraction for another human.
Wait, so you're saying I'm falling in love?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we?
Have you considered purchasing dead vegetable matter, putting it in a vase, and giving it to her?
Oh, yeah, like those thorny things that come in a bunch of colors?
Exactly. I told you. And that is so sweet.
Or maybe he just has a knack for flower arrangements.
I would have figured they wouldn't be so expensive, being dead.
And yet you would still consider purchasing them? Very interesting.
Can you be a little more objective?
Fine. I'll be a professional. Mr. Johnson, do you have any desire to go on walks in the park with this person?
Careful how you answer that, Tom. It's a trick question.
Yes, I have those feelings.
Yes.
Come on, you have those feelings for your dog. Told you, it's a trick question.
Okay, but when you go on a walk with your dog, you don't feel like holding your dog's paw.
Well, my dog is very small. It would hurt my back, to bend over and walk.
No, Tom, when you are walking with this person, would you like to hold their hand?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also have this desire to place my hand on her hip or stroke her hair or kiss her on the neck or on the ears and not care if anybody's watching.
This is not going to end well, Tom.
Well, I think it's very sweet. And it's all the classic symptoms.
Sweet is for chocolate, not this crap.
Oh, speaking of chocolate, I also have this desire to buy her those large red heart-shaped boxes, and just give them to her.
That is some goofy shit you are talking about there, Tom.
What are you talking about?
Have you lost any sexual drive?
I don't think so. I do feel silly.
Come on, Tom, spit it out.
I feel like I'm on some sort of like obstacle course or something.
I know how you feel. Get off it right now, before it's too late.
We were just discussing being professional. We are not here to force him to alter any behaviors. We're just recording information.
Listen, you and I both know what's going on here. You believe he's falling in love, and I believe he's having a chemical imbalance, which the proper medicine, preferably alcohol, can control.
Fine. Do whatever you want. Just let me get the information that I need.
God forbid you don't get your information. Poor schmuck doesn't know what's going to happen to him.
Mr. Johnson, tell me about, have you been having trouble sleeping?
A little.
Okay.
You could take some sleeping pills.
Do you write her poetry?
Oh, yes. I've started some. I wouldn't call it poetry, but there are words.
Shit, you are done for!
Look, I wish I didn't feel this way. All of a sudden, I don't want to spend any time with my friends. I just want to lift weights and take more showers. And get serious about my job to make more money and dress nicer and, wear bright colors.
Get a hold of yourself, man!
So, what do you talk about when you're together?
This is a little embarrassing, but I haven't seen much of her, really.
Wait a minute. Have you ever even talked to her?
I just get so nervous around her, I start sweating, and I get a lump in my throat, and when I try to say hello, well, the words just kind of spill out of me in some weird language I don't even understand, and I just stand there like an idiot.
So what are you saying here?
I don't know. You're the expert. You tell me.
Oh, shit. Do you have any idea what this means?
We are dealing with sacred love here. That's some heavy lifting. Poor guy.
We don't have any literature on that, and we're flying blind here, and we have nobody to call, but this is amazing. No one has been this close to sacred love in, I don't know, ever?
Let me talk to him alone for a second.
Fine, but just, there's so much more information I need.
Tom, have you ever wanted something so bad that you would do whatever you could to get it?
There was this tricycle I really wanted. So I stole it from my best friend and I painted it with crayons so nobody would know the difference.
Did it work?
No, I got caught.
That's what love is, Tom. It'll have you doing all sorts of stupid shit, like saying hi to someone at Quick Trip, or getting too close to someone you work with, maybe kissing someone too long after a couple of drinks, or even staring into someone's eyes after sex, or even before. Next thing you know, you're out buying curtains and furniture and...
Oh, you know what? That's bullshit. Don't listen to him. This is what you gotta do, okay? You have to just follow these emotions wherever they take you, because there's no roadmap. Just write her poetry, sing her songs, build a temple in her honor. Make something that has never existed and name it after her.
But I'm not very good with my hands.
Really? Because
Listen, Tom. This is for your own good. Do not talk to her. Do not talk to her. There'll be days where you can't do anything right, and it'll be perfect. But then, there'll be days where you do everything right. It'll be the worst day of your life.
Okay, that is some scary shit. Maybe you're right, Mr. Sanford. Maybe I just shouldn't get personal.
no, but and miss out on maybe the best thing in your whole life.
This doesn't feel like the best thing anyone has ever done, okay? I feel like shit. I mean, I walk around with my head down like some jerk off, and even when I try to act cool, my stomach just gets tied in knots and I just want to throw up.
Acid reflux. Happens to a lot of people in these cases. If you're not careful, you'll become a drunk.
Just ignore him. Okay, let's talk about, daydreams. Do you daydream about her?
Like how?
I don't know, like, do you think about taking long walks on the beach, just watching the sunset and sitting in lawn chairs together when you grow old, or just reaching your hand across the table to take his hand in yours and not have to say anything, just because you're so content to just sit there with him and just with goofy smiles on your faces and
Wait a minute. Where are you getting this from? I thought there was hardly any literature on it.
I hear stories.
Yeah, I do have those feelings.
Okay.
But I also have this feeling that I just want to rip her clothes right off there on the beach and do it while the water crashes into us and the sand gets in our cracks and it's...
Now you're the man. All right. Let me tell you something. If you're not careful, one day you're going to fall in love with someone that's going to tear your heart out and put it in a meat grinder. Only it'll be one of those slow, hand crank grinders. And you will feel every crunching turn of the crank. And that stuff that comes out, yeah, it'll look like sausage. But it'll be love. All because she's too busy with work to notice.
Shit, I am in some deep shit. What can I do?
Nothing. By then it'll be too late.
Is it serious?
It's the worst kind of serious.
Will I get over it?
I hope
Hope
so.
not.